Hey everyone, my name is Romario Patrice and welcome to Behind the Scenes of Children of the Mist. So, Children of the Mist is a West Indian folklore short film. It is one that I've been trying to create for some time now. As you guys would have seen a couple of years ago, I would have announced my a slate of films that I wanted to start doing. Films that are featured films, but all would have been within a cinematic folklore universe. But due to financial restraints and problem in casting members of the crew and the team of actors, I would have refrained from pushing that idea forward for now. And so I would have converted these ideas into short film formats. Well, not particularly the same ideas, but ideas that are similar. Right? Because when the time comes, I still want to work on these featured films. So Children of the Mist is the first film of this of these ideas, and one that I hope you guys enjoy when you see. Alright, it is one that delves into the lore of the Dwen, and particularly what they really are. The tone I would have went for in this film would have been, dark and gritty, horror-ish, but also one of to which I want the audience to somewhat have sympathy for these creatures. We understand that they are spirits and cunning ones and ones that are very conniving and evil, but at the same time they are just the souls of lost children, or the souls of unchristened children. So I still wanted to lean towards a more sympathetic side of things, right? To which the protagonist would eventually realize that they are just the souls of children, and so he somewhat understands who they are, and what they are and what their purpose is, right? So also along that line, there is another character that had been introduced at the end of the film, as you guys would have seen, and one that I wanted to look as dark and as gritty. So on the opposite side of the spectrum, to which you'd have sympathy towards the Children of the Mist, or the Dwen, knowing that they are just souls that are bound to the forest, because they, as I've said before, they weren't Christian, or their parents would have died. The child would have died during childbirth and whatnot. So the forest would have taken their souls to comfort them. On the other hand, the other character now is one that is the guardian of the forest. So he has to be very dark, very gritty, and very scary, and that is Papa Boa. And so, as you guys would see, his character is the complete opposite. So instead of having sympathy and trying to understand his side, I want the audience to feel somewhat frightful of his presence, because he's one that he protects the forest from any harm, and he doesn't want any danger to come to the forest or the animals of the forest. Alright, so one of my greatest inspiration for creating this film would have been my great-grandfather. His name is Sidney Emmanuel. I would have named the protagonist of this film after him, because long ago, when I was just a little kid, I remember growing up and going across to spend the night by him, and he would tell us stories under these little candle lights of these creatures that would be calling your name, and then you might see a ball of fire fly across the sky. So he would have been the one that would have instilled in us, and one that would have helped carry on the tradition of spreading this mythology, right? So I remember that many years ago, and now that I'm a filmmaker, I want to take these stories and transform them into something that a lot of persons could relate to as well now. Saying that, I remember when I used to sit with my father or my grandfather or my great-grandfather, and they used to, discuss this as well now. So it is one that I want people to relate to and to be able to connect with and say, yes, I remember, as I've said, when my granddad, my great-granddad, or my father or other family member would have sat us down and tell us these stories now. Right? So I really appreciate all the support so far on the film. And everyone who would have supported in terms of like the cast and crew, persons like my fiance and my mom who would have assisted in camera work and sponsoring some of the visual effects assets that would have made this film possible. I really appreciate them for that. And everybody else who would have shared, liked, and supported the film itself. I really appreciate all the support. And as I said, this is the first film so far that I've ever done within the folklore sphere, and I have other films that I intend to work on in terms of folklore films, but I'm just waiting to see the audience reaction to this film and see how well it is received. I would also love to shout out the film commissioner and the founder of the Film and Folklore Festival, Miss Leslie Ann. She would have been very instrumental in helping push these ideas forward, and someone who has done a great service for the film culture of Trinidad and Tobago, and one who continues to work very hard in making sure that filmmakers like myself and others, small filmmakers like myself and others, find means and ways to connect with others and make our films possible. So I really want to say thank you very much to her and her entire team. It is greatly appreciated, and your service is very well appreciated from me. I'm most definitely sure about that, and other filmmakers like myself. So I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. So as I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed this film, and if you guys did like, please leave a comment below, telling me what other film to work on, what folklore character you'd like to see come to life, and just share your ideas and stuff based off of what you think about the film. I would really appreciate your feedback, and yeah, I hope you guys stay safe and enjoy. Yeah, cheers.